Good morning, Pisces. Let's take a look at your energy for the day. Today is May 16th, 2026. But when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Let's call in spirit and see what the energy looks like for today. All right, Pisces, today is Saturday, May 16th, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Welcome to anybody that is new. Thank you for being here. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like my readings, and welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Let's see what the vibe is for the day, Pisces. Not all readings will resonate with everyone, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Spirit, what is the vibe for Pisces? At the time they're viewing this message, please, Spirit, what do they need to know today? What do they need to know at the time they're viewing this message? Okay. So we have nightlife, striptease, gamble, and Vegas. So maybe you're getting out this evening. Something about the nightlife. One more, please. What is, okay. Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Okay. What it has to do with the nightlife, we'll try to figure that out with the tarot. I'm being pulled to say that maybe you're not getting out enough. You have some unspoken desires about maybe getting out to be with people. You're having some broken dreams. Maybe you've gone through some type of breakup. And maybe, you know, you're really wanting to have fun, but you're suffering in silence is what I'm picking up here, Pisces. Let's see what the tarot will have to say to get an overall general reading for you. This could also be somebody in your energy who is suffering in silence that perhaps you don't necessarily know within a group dynamic. There could be somebody in your energy, maybe somebody you hang out with, somebody that you're being social with, who could be suffering in silence. They're not really talking about what's going on internally. I'm also picking that up as well. So this may not be you. And maybe they're putting on a mask when they go out, or maybe it's you that's putting on this mask when you go out, but you're really suffering in silence. Perhaps, this is like you going into the bathroom. Perhaps, you're out with your friends, you're doing the nightlife thing, you're having a good time, or at least you're putting on that facade. But then when you go behind closed doors, this is you. You're suffering in silence. Perhaps there's some unspoken desires. This could also be somebody you know. Spirit, what is the message for Pisces? What do they need to know today? We have the Lovers. We have the Five of Cups. So the Lovers is Gemini energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. One more, please, Spirit. And we have the Three of Swords reversed, yeah. Back of the deck, we have the Six of Swords reversed. So the underlying energy here, Pisces, with the Six of Swords being reversed, it's making me feel like, somebody that either or you're dealing with some type of inability to break free from some type of breakup perhaps, or some type of heartache that you've gone through with the Three of Swords being reversed here. I feel like that's why you're suffering in silence. So this is you or somebody that you know within your energy that has walked away from some type of relationship, some type of partnership, turning your back on a partnership. But you have this like inability to break free from these circumstances. Perhaps, you know, that's why you're suffering in silence. Perhaps you're, you know, this may be tied to the same reading that I did yesterday, where you're still letting this person in your energy and you're unable to, you know, create new relationships because this person is still in your energy, is what I'm feeling here. So you're feeling like you're trapped by what has happened to you in the past here, Pisces. And you're not able to enjoy going out with your friends, having fun in nightlife. You could be just suffering in silence. There's a lot of sadness here in this energy. You walked away from some type of relationship. I feel like there are people that are offering you, you know, some type of, you know, way of getting out or whatever. But it's like, and this is the offer here with the Ace of Pentacles, but despite the offer of you getting out, having fun with your friends, or even having fun with another person, despite going out and doing these things, there's an unhappiness underneath all of this. It's like you're stuck in this pattern, is what it feels like, Pisces. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini. This could also be somebody in your energy that you're concerned about. So we have the Six of Wands here. So I feel like, you know, you thought that this relationship was going to be the end-all be-all. Like you thought you finally found your person, is what it feels like here, Pisces. Please clarify the Six of Cups. And that's why you're sad. Please clarify the Six of Cups for Pisces, please, Spirit. We have the Page of Swords, but what happened here is you were dealing with an immature person, liar, cheater, deceiver. So you had to walk away. You really thought that you had found your forever in this person. And I feel like you walked away from the situation because of the way that they treated you, Pisces. But it feels like, you know, there's this underlying sadness still. You have this inability to let go of the pain and suffering that you're going through. You're suffering in silence, even though you may be getting out with friends. And like I said, this could be somebody that you know as well, but I feel like this is more your energy. Somebody really hurt you. Liar, cheater, deceiver. And I keep having this image of like, maybe you're going out, you're trying to get out, you're trying to be with your friends, you're trying to turn the page and be, you know, open to new relationships and things like that. But it's like, then I see you like maybe going into the bathroom and like you're crying because of what you thought would have been. You were really hoping that this relationship would stand the test of time. But this person, this Page of Swords is a liar, cheater, deceiver. They really treated you poorly and you had to walk away from them. You took your last cup with you, your cup of emotion, and you left them behind. Please clarify this Ace of Pentacles, please. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit. So we have the Two of Pentacles here, yeah. So with the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Two of Pentacles, it's making me feel like there was some type of union here. You're trying to balance like your life again. So even though you may be balancing out your life, maybe creating a new life, maybe a new home, new environment, whatever it is that you're doing, there's an unhappiness even though you're in a more balanced physical state here. It's like emotionally you're not balanced though. You may have had to get your finances together and there was more of a balance here after this breakup, this union, this marriage, whatever this was that you walked away from. You've gotten your shit together basically. But behind all of that, there is a sadness. There is pain still. Please clarify the Three of Swords. So we have the King of Wands here. So this pain and suffering with this Three of Swords being reversed and the King of Wands, I feel like this is somebody else's energy here. This could have been somebody you were married to, this King of Wands here. This could be the father of your children. But they really hurt you. And it's like you have this hard time of walking away from this individual. Or I guess you've walked away from them, but you have not cleared the energy from your heart is what it feels like. You did the work, you walked away. But there's like this extreme sorrow. This could be somebody you were married to. Again, you know, the father of your children. Doesn't have to be male here. So take gender here. Don't take gender, I mean. Sorry, I haven't had enough coffee. But there's like this suffering. You're not really telling people you're suffering. And honestly, it's like you don't really want to tell people is what I'm picking up here, Pisces. You don't really want to tell people that you're suffering, but it's like you can't release this energy. You're trying. You've moved on financially. You're balanced here. You've created a life for yourself. But there's this underlying feeling here of pain and suffering because you really thought this was your forever person. What is the outcome here, please, Pisces? For Pisces, please, Spirit. What is the outcome? So we have the Four of Swords. We have the Hermit. So the outcome here is to retreat, to go inside, perhaps the home, retreat away from others, guard yourself, hermit away. This is your energy here, Pisces. So I see you doing that in the future. I really feel like you could be taking some time to yourself. You may be getting away. You could be taking a vacation, a solo vacation. You may be just hermiting away to really collect your thoughts on this in order to heal. Because you can't put the mask on. You tried. But I feel like the outcome here is you're going to have to take some time to yourself. What is the advice? Page of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Swords. We have the Justice card in the back. So to bring in, some type of balanced situation here, a fairness to yourself. This Ace of Swords here is like taking back your power. So I feel like the advice here, Pisces, is to take back your power here. By hermiting away here, doing some release work, you need to release your power. You need to stand in your power here. Have strength, determination, and courage in order to move forward. But I feel like you need to take some time to yourself here. With this Page of Pentacles being reversed, Spirit is saying here to, you need to go inward, close off the mind, stop thinking about this other person and what could have been. Stand in your truth and your power in order to move forward in your life. Yeah, it's like, you need to close your mind off and hermit, perhaps meditation. You need some time away and alone. Instead of you pretending out with your friends. Pretending that this doesn't hurt you still. You really need some time to yourself is what I'm feeling here from Spirit. They're advising you to take the time to be strong, determined in order to put this behind you. But you need to do this on your own. I'm sorry, Pisces. You deserve this. This person hurt you. You so much deserve this, Pisces. You deserve the justice of having a happy life. You really thought this person was going to be your forever. So you need to be determined in order to change your life again and say, you know what? I don't need this lying, cheating, deceiving person in my life, and they're not going to affect my life any longer. But you need to go inward and really tell yourself that. You need to take some time to yourself in order to justify moving forward and putting this person behind. Let's pull a Trust Your Vibe Oracle card to finish up here, Pisces. Time to move forward. You got to do some inner work, though, is what I'm feeling here from Spirit. Spirit, message from Trust Your Vibe to finish up this reading for Pisces. Message from Trust Your Vibe for Pisces, please, Spirit. Too many. One card, please. One card, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Spirit doesn't want to release it. Let's go. One card. There it is. Okay. So we have slow down. So we have the little snail there. Number 33, master number 33. I'm a master number 33. But look up the angel number 33. You'll have an additional message there. Let's read from the book on slow down. And I feel like that's what Spirit's telling you here is you need to go inward. Slow down. Stop pushing forward. You need to deal with this energy within you in order to move forward. So it says, take a breath and slow down. Relax and reduce any pressure you may have been under and are putting on yourself. It may feel like you are in an emergency, but it is an illusion. The faster you go, the less time you have. While it may appear that decisions and actions must be undertaken immediately, it is better to slow down and allow more information to come to light before moving ahead. By taking things at a slower pace, you will become better informed and make better decisions all the way around. Have no fear. You have time and will miss nothing. You will, however, greatly benefit by slowing down. And I feel like that's what the energy is telling you here, Pisces. I feel like what's happened here is you've gone through some type of breakup or something like that, where you walked away from a partnership that was somebody was a liar, cheater, deceiver. Okay, you walked away from this, but you didn't do the work. You didn't do the releasing the pain from all of it. I feel like you were in such a hurry to get your shit together, which you've done, okay? But you didn't deal with the underlying pain. You kind of put a mask over it. You're like, well, if I just keep busy, then I will, then I'll move forward and eventually I'll feel better. But you didn't really do the work. So it feels like, Pisces, Spirit is telling you to slow down, okay? Take some time to yourself. Really heal from what you've gone through in order to move forward here. Having the strength and determination in order to do so, okay? And being, and putting this to rest. Dealing with the pain that you have that you're not showing other people. Dealing with the pain that you've had with somebody, perhaps the father of your children or somebody you might have been married to. That's the energy I'm picking up here today, Pisces. You need to slow down and take some time to yourself in order to heal from this now. You've gotten your shit together. You really worked hard in order to provide for yourself. But you haven't done the inner work, is what I'm feeling here, Pisces. You deserve to have a good life. From everything that you've gone through, Pisces, you deserve to have fun when you're out with others. And you're not. You're suffering in silence. I see one of you going into the bathroom here and crying. You're out with your friends and you're miserable inside. You're putting on that mask to act like, oh, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to meet a person. It's going to be great. My life is great now. But there's this mask you're putting on. You're suffering internally. You need to slow down and do some work here, Pisces. Let's pull a message from the Akashic Records to finish up here. Spirit, message from the Akashic Records to finish up this reading for Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay, you want that one. So it says obligation. It says stop telling yourself you should when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself. You stop your flow of abundance. So I feel like you have this expectation of yourself in order to heal so quickly and to move on and have fun with your friends and whatnot. But again, you're stopping the flow of abundance because you have this unnecessary, expectation of yourself. You feel like you have this obligation to heal so quickly. But you haven't really done the work here, Pisces. You need to slow down. Take some you time. Be brave. Have courage and determination in order to put this pain and sorrow behind you. So I'm going to leave the message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to. And I will see you tomorrow for your daily. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.